I know when you were a deputy city attorney for San Diego, you led the effort to create the first ever domestic violence unit. Can you explain why that was important to you and what exactly you did?
I just graduated from law school, my first job at the city attorney's office. First year, I am acting as a prosecutor, and a few of the cases I got were domestic violence type cases. We didn't see the case before it was basically prepared for trial. The way we got the assignments at the city attorney's office is we would get them at the trial door. Domestic violence cases are personal. The victims have broader needs than just prosecution of a crime. Frequently they need therapy, they need counseling, they need social work. There's a whole array of issues that need to be taken care of for the victims. And the cases weren't properly being prosecuted because the same attorney wasn't assigned the case from the bottom to the top. I got to know a few of the San Diego Police Department investigators that were assigned to the domestic violence unit at the police department and pitched it to them first. What would you think if the city attorney's office had a unit that was solely dedicated to domestic violence prosecution and for victims? I thought it was a brilliant idea. So I then pitched it to my boss. John Witt was the city attorney in those days, and he loved the idea. And we had a meeting with the city manager. He loved the idea, and then I pitched it before the city council. So I put together a proposal without knowing what the numbers were for the proposal. I just said, here's what I think it needs in order to be effective. And I pitched that before the city council. It was approved, and by that point I had moved on to the civil litigation division. So I passed the torch down to my successor at that time, and he finished the project and actually implemented the domestic violence unit. I was pretty proud of basically having the first contact with that project because it became one of the most admired domestic violence units in the whole state, and now is a model for a lot of the prosecutorial agencies all throughout California.
You put together a program that supplied them what they could get.
Absolutely right, and it served the victims better because now they knew who the assigned attorney was from the bottom, and they got to, because you develop a relationship with your witness and your victim, and it enabled the prosecutor to assist as a counselor to make sure that the victim was getting the services they needed. And it enabled the prosecutor to be ready for trial without the added grief of not knowing who your witnesses are or their propensities or their strengths and their weaknesses. So it was a win-win-win for the city attorney and for the public at large.